Well, Adi, talk to us about the Tommy Robson Statue Fund and how it's come to be so far.
Yeah, it's started off pretty well. We knew with the circumstances around everything it was going to be a bit quieter to start. We weren't able to have any public sort of announcements or any functions or anything like that, so it has been a bit of a struggle compared to what Chris's was, but we're getting there bit by bit. And then now we've started off with the TR11 club, that's jumped up, and obviously the club are doing stuff as well.
Has the experience of doing the Chris Turner statue stood you in good stead in terms of the complications that can arise during a procedural lines?
Yeah, I think we pretty much didn't know what we were doing last time. We really just jumped in the deep end very, very quickly, and we had to learn as we went along, and now we've sort of made plans going forward what we'll need to do. So obviously we've got the same sculptor, so we don't need to get too involved about trying to find the right person. A lot of the planning permissions and stuff like that we know we've got contacts for, and the actual fundraising again is going to be slightly different to as it was. Obviously a lot of companies are not going to be as involved as they were with Chris because of the circumstances, but yeah, that's definitely got us in good stead.
And Pitsfield, one of the first companies to actually come forward very early actually in the process to make a donation, and that says a lot about them as a company that want to support events and fundraising like this.
Yeah, Pitsfield are great, and we know that Mick George have already expressed interest, and Pitsfield have been superb sponsors with the club, as have Mick George. Plenty of other ones locally have expressed an interest, but obviously they've got to see what's going to happen, and it's probably not going to be till hopefully New Year before we really know where we're going with that, which is why we've started the TR11 club for individuals, but we haven't done anything for big companies as yet.
Yeah, the TR11 club, something that obviously wasn't, you didn't do it for the Chris Turner Statue Fund, but this is a good opportunity for anyone to get involved and do it on a monthly basis and feel like they're really contributing over a longer period of time.
Yeah, we did do one for Chris. It was the CT5, obviously with his number 5 TR11. We haven't got any imagination. We've just really copied the same thing, but it was a winning formula. So yeah, we've made it 11 quid a month purely for the number 11, and it's gone very well so far. We've got, I think we're around about the 50 mark at the moment. We're hoping for a bit more, but again, it's just before Christmas. With the circumstances again, I'm going to mention, we knew that this was going to be a slow burner, and it will be. And once we get up and running, we know that we'll be able to kill it.
And you can't do this on your own. Obviously, you've got a committee behind you in terms of putting the work in, and that's important because you can drown in these kind of things if you put all the pressure on yourself. Yeah,
I mean, it's slightly different to last time. We've basically grabbed the same people virtually, man for man, but we've made it a Pisa thing, and that's only purely because I know that who I can get hold of, when I can get hold of them. We've got all our WhatsApp things and what have you, and then we've added a couple of people from outside Pisa who we used last time as well. So very much always surround yourself by people you can trust, and that's what I've done with this committee.
And in terms of Tommy as a man, obviously very much like Chris, he touched the whole community, not just those that were involved in football, because Chris was involved for so long within the city, whereas Tommy, everybody knows Tommy, don't they, in so many different walks of life.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something we're going to jump on when, again, we get up and running on a full sort of speed. Things are a bit quiet at the moment. But yeah, I mean, you've got the council, people involved, and you've got the whole of the people in the city. I've walked through town, and it's an absolute nightmare. You take about an hour and a half to walk from here to Cathedral Square because everybody stops and talks to him. And that's the sort of person he was, and he stops to talk to them, and in the end they desperately get away because he won't shut up. So that's the way he was, that's the way that he'll be remembered. Very, very popular around not just the football club, as you say, but around the city itself.
And I think the thing about Tommy was that he could light up a room, whether it be a story, whether it be just asking how you were. He was a very likeable man. I know you got to know him very well during your time as well, and I think that there'll be people out there that just want to, even if it's a small donation, want to do something for him, and that's, I guess, what you're looking for, isn't it? Just small can become large quite quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. As with Chris, we had people emptying their, and I'm not being romantic about this, we had people emptying their kids' money banks, piggy banks, as it were. Whether the kids knew or not, I don't know. But generally the kids would come over when we did bucket collections. It would be children that would come over. Children, if they'd been brought up properly with Posh, they knew Tommy because they'd come here for their first game maybe, and Tommy would show them round, and then they'd have to listen to some of his terrible jokes. But also the adults all loved him because of his great stories. So yeah, the money will come in dribs and drabs probably to start with, and then we'll start getting the big hitters involved. But the most important people are the fans, and it's the fans that will build the statue, same as they did with Chris's, and we were looking forward to it. We were looking forward to the battle, as it were.
And just finally, we're standing in front of one of the flags here, obviously with no fans inside the stadium at the moment. It's really obviously so different and so disappointed not to have them here. Obviously these flags are very important because it shows how much he was respected here at the football club, and this is the first stage obviously, and when you get a statue here as well, there'll be, like Chris, a living legacy. Absolutely.
The flags have depressed Pisa quite a lot because they're actually bigger than our flag, which is really, really annoying because we've never had to say, well, so I'm told, we've never had to say that before. But the flags are magnificent. Tommy Robson, everybody at the club did brilliant getting those flags up done so quickly, and they are absolutely magnificent. Quite where we're going to put them at some away games, I do not know, but we'll do our best. And yeah, it is a reflection of how popular the man was. And I say the man, not just a footballer, because most people, apart from our aged people like me, saw him play. You know, most people didn't see him play, and it was the same with Chris. But it's the effect that he's had with the football club over a 50-year period.